James.
And I'm Laurent. And today we are in beautiful Sedona, Arizona.
As the weather gets colder in Chicago, we were hoping to escape the cold weather and come to the Southwest.
And it hasn't been a full success as the weather here has not been awesome. As you can see, it's kind of gray behind us. But despite the weather being up and down, it is so incredibly beautiful here.
It's just gorgeous here. No matter where you go, it's spectacularly beautiful.
Sedona is a 2-hour drive from Phoenix, and you have to drive through all the cactuses. It's actually a very scenic drive. And once you arrive in Sedona, it is beautiful everywhere you look.
Yeah, there's not one vista that isn't spectacularly beautiful.
And when we were there, the weather was kind of cloudy, but it actually made it even more beautiful because some of the rocks were in the sun and they were glowing, but the clouds in the backgrounds were all dark. It was just so beautiful. So we started with the Hiline Trail. It's actually a fairly easy trail. It's fairly flat.
So it starts close to Bell Rock and Courthouse Butte, and it ends up with a beautiful view of Cathedral Rock.
What are you doing?
Stuck. Things don't always go as planned.
Yeah, the rain caught us by surprise and our hair is a mess.
And it's cold and wet.
And after the rain comes the sun, and it is so beautiful. And then our favorite spot to watch the sunset is the Yavapai Vista. It's actually right next to Bell Rock and Courthouse Butte. And the interesting thing about it is that you actually don't see the sunset because the sun is already hidden by the mountain behind. But what you see is the shadow of the sun going up Wilson Mountain, and it's just so incredibly beautiful.
One of the things that's really special about sunset is seeing the sun reflected in the cloud and the light as it changes color across the rock. It's just beautiful.
And then we woke up on the next day and the weather was beautiful. The view from the hotel was fantastic. And then our next activity was to do the Doe Mountain Trail.
This is a little bit harder trail because it goes straight up to the top of the mountain. But I tell you what, when you get up there, it's really rewarding because the views are just stunning.
Yeah, so the end of the trail is one of those flat top mountains that you see a lot over there. And from the flat top, you have a 360 view of all the valley and all the rocks, and it's just beautiful.
Be prepared for it to be very windy though.
It was crazy windy, but that actually made something nice just because the clouds were moving so fast and the view of the shade of the clouds that were going up and down the rocks was just fantastic. Part of it is on Sedona and the same Wilson Mountain that you could see from the Highline Trail. But then on the back end of that, you can also see Boytown Canyon and Fay Canyon and Long Canyon, which are just stuff that you don't really see from most of the trails in Sedona. And then a nice activity to do on a rainy day is to go see the Chapel of the Holy Cross. From the outside, it just looks like a big cross that has been planted between those two big red boulders.
The story behind the chapel is very interesting, as it was a collaboration between a sculptor, Margaret Brunswick Stowe, and architects, including Lloyd Wright, the son of Frank Lloyd Wright. The design is very simple, and it's made of red rock stone and blends into the canyon. It's a very special place and situated with a beautiful view.
Yeah, it's a very minimalist structure. From the inside, it's really two walls on each side and a ceiling, and then you can see the cross and you can see the landscape behind through the windows. It's just a beautiful setting for the church. And then from the church, you can see Bell Rock, Courthouse Butte, and then Cathedral Rock. So one of the activities to do in Sedona is shopping, especially on a rainy day. One of the stores that was recommended to us was Garland's Indian Jewelry.
Garland is really well known for its Native American arts and crafts. The best location in my mind is the one on the road as you leave Sedona. It's just wonderful to stop there and see so many beautiful works of art.
So right in the center of town, there is this outdoor mall called Tlaquepaque.
It's such a cool idea. It looks like a very vintage, old Spanish style kind of villa. And as you walk through the interiors, you see gardens and patios and terraces, and the landscaping is just beautiful. It's a great way to shop and see the art.
Yeah, even if you're not going to buy anything, it's actually a very quaint little space to just walk around. So you got all kind of stores, you got paintings, jewelry, rugs. Some of the art was a little bit hit and miss. There were some good stuff, but some of the things was like a little bit mediocre, and it was way overpriced. And then in addition to galleries, there's also the souvenir stores that has all the crap that you can find if you just want a souvenir of Sedona.
I have never seen a souvenir shop with such an extensive collection of things I don't want to buy.
So while we were in Sedona, we went to see Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is only 2 hours away from Sedona.
The Grand Canyon is just one of those things that you have to see it once in your lifetime. And what made it really memorable for me were that I felt like a tourist in my own country because everyone that was there was from somewhere else. We met people from Europe and people from Asia, people from everywhere, just touring to see the Grand Canyon. And it was just really special.
So then on our way to Sunset, we saw some elks on the side of the road, and they were right there. I mean, they were 2 meters away from us.
It was really special just to be so close to these gentle giants. They're just beautiful, and to be so close to them was amazing. Wow. And it was just really special, especially at night as the sun set, to see the colors change against the rock. It was just incredibly beautiful.
And then we woke up the next day and it was snowing, and we got caught by surprise, but we were not the only ones. I'm sure Grand Canyon after the snow is beautiful, but Grand Canyon during the snow sucks.
It sucks. Yeah, it's kind of totally unexpected to see snow in the Grand Canyon. And on top of snow, you also have this fog that appeared. So you couldn't see into the canyon. You could see the rim of it a little bit, but it was just all white with the exception of the cliffs nearby. It was really beautiful.
But it was cold and we weren't dressed up for it. So while we were in Sedona, we also drove around and drove on the Route 66.
It was really exciting to be on Route 66 and to see all the memorabilia. So often that song was going through my head as we were playing it on the radio.
And we stopped by that little diner where we had great burgers, just a piece of America that we don't get to see very often. So we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did,
Give it a big thumbs up
and put your comments
in the comment section below.
And if you want to subscribe to our channel, we are going to put a link right here.
And if you want to get notifications, you can click the little bell. If you don't click the bell, you won't be notified when we have a new video.
And if you want to watch our next video, we're going to put one right here and another one right there. Bye.
Bye.